guys, Tower Glamour here, and today I'm bringing you another Tower God live reaction to a chapter. What chapter is this? This is chapter 639. Wow. We're good. We're almost halfway through the 600s chapters, which is crazy. The day that Tower God gets to 1,000 chapters, that's gonna be wild. But no, before we get into it, I wanted to say kind of two things. First is that I'm still technically recovering from my surgery. I had this up in another tab and was watching another video while waiting. I got so confused where the where the BGM was coming from. I'm so damn. I'm sorry, Haku. I'm sorry about that. But I'm sorry. That's actually really funny. I just imagined you sitting in your desk and being randomly so confused of where the sound's coming from. No, but but I'm still recovering from my surgery, so that's a thing. But I'm better. I'm recovering. Definitely better than I was a few days ago. But what I was gonna say was that I'm gonna be introducing it because I'm still recovering from my surgery and I have a lot of other projects working on. I'm planning to do some shorter form videos, probably like at most 10 minutes, right? Not most 10 minutes, somewhere around 10 minutes, and that's going to be explaining they're going to be a mini series on the channel explaining each of the 10 grid families. So basically with each separate video. So the first, I'm already almost done with this video because it's super short and it takes so little time to edit. Because it is short. It is the Hendelock family. That's going to be the first that I'm doing, which it was fun to talk about. All the information we know about it and the theories about like people like Yuhan Sung and Dorsey and stuff like that. It was fun. So I'm gonna bring out that video this week, and I'm planning to do those types of short form videos since the editing takes not that long amount of time for it. So yeah. Thank you, Haku. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, no, I'm definitely feeling better, and I'm gonna be and I'm gonna keep feeling better. I think not much else from that. So basically that's all I really gotta say. In those shorter videos, I'm planning to do the families that we know the least about first, obviously, because then I'm gonna get into the families that we know more about, and those are gonna be way longer form videos, right? But yeah. So no. So the first 3 videos I think we're gonna go is the Hendelock, the two Paris, and then the REA, the RE family. The 3 that we know the least about, basically, and are going to be the shortest ones for me to make. So hopefully you guys like that. Yeah, and then I'm going to go, oh my goodness, I'm dreading the Lopobia one. I'm really dreading that one, because we have so many Lopobias at this point. But let's start this off. Without it, yeah, because I don't have anything else to say really. I'm just gonna put my let me turn down the volume for this, because I don't want to keep hearing my own voice throughout the whole thing. Am I in the right window? I always have to make sure of that because don't want to say. I think I am. Yep, I am. Cool. Oh hey. Hey Amir. let's yeah, but let's start this. A violence warning. Who would have guessed? No one in a million years would have guessed. I'm also, like I've said multiple times, the thumbnails, I don't screenshot the thumbnails. My friends screenshot them and then send it to me. So I have no idea what that thumbnail means. I was trying to look at it for a while, like the screenshot of what it could mean. And it's obviously Trauma Right, but I'm like, what's happening with Trauma Right? So I'm like, I don't know. My predictions for this chapter, we're going to continue with the Tromrai and Gusting fight, and it's going to get pretty intense. We got Unos now, who is something. I don't even know what it is at this point. Is it like type of Shinwei? Is it like a god from the outside? Is it something? I don't know. So let's keep reading and we'll find out, I guess, together. Also, now I know how to say firmament because last stream I could not say that word to save my life, but now firmament, I got it. So now we get to see the blowing of the very. I like the way that the wind is portrayed. Like it's more like how do you say, like a Japanese style, like a Japanese traditional style wind effect. I don't even know if I explained that well, but yeah, it's like that. But I like the wind effect that they have for Unos. Unos. It just forms. I love that. I love this shot of the Uno's hands, because this thing is gigantic. Like the hands are as big as it seems like the hands of Unos are like as big as what's his name, Prometheus, which is crazy. There's a lot of theories of like what Unos was, like the mythology of Unos, and I don't know if we got like a clear consensus of what it is, but yeah. But I love, no matter what, I love its design. The face, I don't know if it has a full-on body that is going to show, or if it's just going to be like wind and a mask with arms, I guess. But it looks, the face looks super cool. I love the mask aesthetic of it, like the metal and the gold and the eyes, the owl eyes. The very, it would look goofy, but honestly it's super cool, like the super big mouth on it. It looks like the Scream painting. Asian wind / cloud drawing. They were drawn like that, like for thousands of years. Yeah, just very traditional clouds. Super cool. So you got not Leviathan, you got Valhalla and Traumar on one side, and Unos and Gusting on the other side. Oh yeah, and Gusting lost an arm. I almost forgot about that. Yeah, Gusting legit lost an arm to a very cool strategy from a very cool move from Traumar, where he held his arm down with Rapid and just sliced his arm with Disconnect. Super cool. I think it's more on the goofy end for me. Yeah, but that's the thing, is that I think I need to see it a little bit more in action, because, you know, SIU has these goofy designs. It like Goofy and Tower God kind of go together. It has so many goofy designs, but these designs, just because they're goofy doesn't mean that they don't do badass things. So, like, especially in season 3, I think season 3 SIU really like was like, yo, let's make a lot of these things goofy. Like, I feel like before it was a little more serious, and you know, seriousness can only get you so far sometimes, and I think some goofiness is fun. Behold, the emissary of the spirits that have broken through the firmament and descended upon our world. Super cool. But yeah, I definitely want some more Unos lore. Hopefully he doesn't get a one shot like what's his I keep forgetting his name, even though Prometheus, even though it's an actual like Titan god in the real world. The battle between the family leaders, Trauma versus Gusting, 7. Damn, we've had 7 chapters of them fighting, and I feel like technically some more than 7, because some we've had other titles where Trauma and Gusting are still technically fighting. Just like they're not the focus of the chapter. But this fight has been going on for a while. It feels like it's been going on for a long time. Oh, it does have like Unos does have like an actual body. This is like I feel like, what is this? Like it looks like, you know what it looks like? It reminds me a lot of how like, if any of you seen the movie Hercules, it looks like how Zeus looks in that movie. Like obviously, but with like the wind aesthetic and his hair, he looks a lot like that, like the body shape and stuff like that. For some reason, it really reminds me of that. So he does have an actual body, but it's just like his quote unquote hair, and like other parts of his body are like wind. Super cool. His another shot of his face. It looks like he's like sucking in air or like something like it. It does remind me of some like a vacuum. He's like sucking in things. And then came along Unos. Yeah, so it is like sucking in air, or like doing something. Either it's blowing or sucking the air in. It could be doing both. It could be doing like, I don't know. So Valhalla is like wrapping its wings. That's so cool. It's like wrapping its wings around Tramrai to like protect him like a shield. And it's doing something. The wind's doing something to Tramrai. He's like, where the hell did that thing come from? I mean, the same place where the other things came from, the book. Yeah. I guess he means like, where the hell did this strong thing come from? Because the other ones were like easy work for Tramrai. It looks like he's now Tramrai's. It looks like he's putting out even more defenses with like Holin's Shinwei, plus Valhalla in front of him. I don't command anything. Who's talking right now? Whoa, is this a sideways panel? Yep, it is a sideways panel. Yeah, so it's basically just a sideways panels of what we were seeing. Oh yeah, he is blowing air. You see everything else being destroyed around Tramrai, while Valhalla and him are still just tanking it, trying to tank it at least. Damn, there's a long panel. SIU has this arc is in particular, like I feel like in season 3, ever since he came back, but also just this arc in particular, he's really loved long panels. My power derives from imagination that comes from reading. So that's Gusting definitely talking. So let's read that again. I don't command anything. My power derives from imagination that comes from reading. And I feel like this line in particular kind of encapsulates every single power that Gusting has, like even his fire. Like that's a thing that I really liked the aspect that came from this fight where it explained Gusting's fire ability, where it's like the more Gusting understands something, the easier time he has burning it. And if he doesn't recognize something, or if he doesn't know something, then he will have a harder time trying to burn it. or may just become immune to it if he really doesn't know anything about it. Which I like the explanation of why Bomb was still able to get up from his flames, because he's like something that Gusting doesn't really know, like Bomb's existence. Stronger visualization equals more power. Yeah, basically. And it makes sense because Gusting, God, Gusting is the smartest, or at least one of the smartest people in the tower, alongside probably Mixeth and like Tupuri. If Tupuri is still canon, I'll keep assuming he is until we get a confirmation that he isn't. You know, my whole channel's mascot kind of depends on the idea that he is a thing. No, but so we got more destruction panels of Unos destroying all the other Shinwei. Damn. If you think we would have put Prometheus and Unos in the Shinwei, I don't think we would have put them in the Shinwei tier list. They don't feel like Shinwei to me. They feel more like they just feel more like how do you say, just beings. Like, I don't know. Like I wouldn't put Dumas into the Shinwei tier list because he's technically not a real creature and stuff like that, and he came from Tromrai's book. I wouldn't do that. So it's kind of like this. I view Gusting's like book creations the same way. I was gonna say this was just a really big panel of the destruction, but then I saw the middle, which is really cool. Of you see Tromrai and Valhalla just in the middle of all this widespread destruction. Yeah, they aren't living creatures naturally in the tower, being controlled, more summoned / created beings. Yeah, which I think I also get why you guys were saying that the data creatures shouldn't really be, because they're not natural to the tower, but they're natural to the hidden floor. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of weird. They're created by the hidden floor, so they're like native to the hidden floor. Like, it's weird. It is really weird, but I still consider them in that list, just because they're close enough to Shinwei, in my opinion. I think they're just creations, like a spirit summoned. Yeah, definitely. I definitely consider them like a summoning. Oh my goodness. I feel so bad for Holland, bro. Every single chapter, Holland's just getting destroyed and like more and more messed up. Poor Holland. Man. I feel so bad for this dude. Like, imagine being your whole life being like, I'm the most talented Lopopia in like the family, except for the family head, of course. Like I'm just keep growing. I'm the strongest hatchling. I have the most potential. Like aside from like a Princess of Jihad, Holland was like the dude, like the Lopopia guy. In the family, like he's the up and coming star or whatever. Then having Tromrai being like, oh, by the way, you're just an experiment, you're just fake, nothing, all the Shinwei, all your talent of controlling Shinwei, of dead Shinwei, yeah, that was just me, you got nothing. And it's just and then you just become this thing, you just become like a puppet, like a Shinwei for Tromrai. It's really bad. No, but no, Holland is damn. I just feel bad for Holland every single time I see him. This is a better this is a better panel of Uno's. Uh, he is gigantic. First of all, yeah, like comparing him to Tromrai, he is ginormous. But this is a better look at his mask. I kind of like the goatee, the goatee mask. Uh, but this angle is a little more. This angle is definitely more goofy than the other one because it was a frontal shot, but now it's like a sideways shot. It still looks cool though. I still like the mask. So he's yeah, so more panels of destruction, but now everything is just cleared away, just destroyed. Oh my goodness, this is a long panel. that one was like, I kept scrolling and I was like, okay, is this the end? No, is this the end? Damn, that was a long one. I wonder if it is SIU like deciding to make these long panels or if it's the assistants, because I feel like I don't know, is that SIU feels like a masochist sometimes. Like he's like, oh, I have wrist pains, but like I'm gonna create these super extreme things, right? Super extreme panels like that look horrifying to draw, right? For an artist. And then, but at the same time, I feel like he wouldn't. I just feel like he wouldn't make this much more trouble for himself. I don't know, because I don't know, just because I really don't feel like he would do that with his amount of like medical problems that he has. I like the mustache on the mask. Yeah, definitely. He does have like a mustache. That's fun. Imagination towers above everything else. I love the imagery of his hand being ripped off, but it's still floating like alongside him, which it's a cool because he is a super, like, again, all the family heads are probably amazing, like they are amazing at controlling Shinsu, but Gusting should be like the second best at controlling Shinsu in the tower. And it's cool that he can just like, oh, you ripped off a part of my body, well, I can just make it float around me like if it was like an observer or something, or a lighthouse or whatever. So just really cool to see that. Until Blossom's flames incinerate, said that is. What? Blossom's flame. You know what's funny is that actually now that he said that, I remember a comment saying something about in my newest video, like the special positions. They were talking about like how Gusting, because Gusting's research association does like a lot of like the certifications for like a lot of the special positions, like the Wan Solsa, the Yan Solsa, the Lightning people, and I wouldn't doubt that he also has like the Flame certification or whatever. And it's just like, and they mentioned in a comment mentioned something about Blossom's flame, and I was like, what are you talking about, Blossom's flame? I was like, I kind of tuned it out because I was like, maybe it's a spoiler, so I'm just not going to tune it out. I still responded to him and talked about, because he also talked about Gusting's like fire compared to Yan or whatever, and I was like, ah, damn. So I heard something about Blossom's flame, and I was like, oh, what is that? But I just didn't question it more, because I was like, if I question it more, I'm gonna keep thinking about it more, and that may be a spoiler. But we got it in this chapter, so I don't consider that much of a spoiler. It was like one chapter away where he said that. Yeah, it's pretty wild, the Gusting. Yeah. But so I would technically say I kind of got spoiled on Blossom's flame or whatever that is. But that's still a super interesting thing, Blossom's flame. Huh. I wonder what Blossom's flame means. I don't know if that's just a bad translation, or if it's just like, or if Blossom also had flame abilities, which, you know, Blossom and Gusting, if they were together, they might have, it would be somewhat cool if they both had flame powers. But that's super interesting. Imagination towers above everything else until Blossom flames incinerates it. That is. So basically he's saying that Blossom is above me. Like she's the top. To put in other words. But Blossom towers above even imagination, which it towers above everything else. Which is super interesting. I'm guessing you meant to say, isn't it weird Yidong's flames not mentioned but others do. Guess Blossom Shinsu control is even wilder. That's, yeah, I mean, even from the lore, guess things like Blossom is a natural talent in Shinsu control that even I can't understand. And she can't even explain to him. She's I think there's a thing from the a thing saying that Gusting went up to Blossom asking her, like, how do you do this? And Blossom's like, oh, it's like this and this and this, but it was like gibberish. Like, it wasn't really explanation. It was just like, oh, I just do it. And Gusting's like, well, god damn it. I wanted to know more, but like, you can't explain how you do it. You're just better than everyone else. No, but I talked about the whole flame and Gusting and Yidong stuff, and I don't think it's that big of a deal, because I still think the Yon flame is still the best flame in the tower, like, because it's not only a fire that burns anything, but it's also like a fire that can save anything. It's more versatile than any other flame that we know of in the tower. It's also somewhat of a living flame from like the Riguel and Ewell fight. Yes, you got me. Sorry, today I struggle with both spelling and typing. Don't worry about it. If I can get the gist, I'll say it. I'll correct it. No, but I still think the Yon flame is probably the best flame to have in the tower, just because of its versatility. No matter like if there may be stronger flames, so we don't even know, like the V's mysterious blue fire stuff. Like, we don't know if that's actually a fire ability or if it's just like a connection to the blue Theresa. It's weird. It's all of this is weird, but yeah. This is no more than a little breeze to me. Don't get too cocky. Damn. So Trauma is still trying to get into, still trying to put up a brave face. Let's see how much trouble he has against Uno's, actually. All I have to do. Oh, I like that panel. I like the panel of Gusting being surrounded by the wisps of wind. It's cut through it. So he's using he's using disconnect or rupture, but it's like Gusting just became wind and passed through it. Like if he became like a Logia in the tower, in like the thing. That is super interesting. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. I need to do something real quick. back. I'm back. Sorry about that. Had to do something super quick, and but I'm back now. Yeah, no, but it's what I was gonna, yeah, like I was saying, he like became Gus thing. It's cool. Like he became like a Logia from One Piece or something. Um, and yeah, he just like went through the disconnect, the rupture. Um. And that's cool. And again, I love the effects of the wind. He disappeared. So he actually like fully disappeared. He like turned into wind. That's so cool. That's such a cool premise. Fairy tale. Trying to think. Wait, what? To be honest, I just legit I've been meaning to go back and uh to reread the manga, at least for Fairy Tail, because because it was actually one of the first anime. I feel like for a big majority of people my age, it was actually one of the first animes I ever saw. But I only saw like the first few arcs. Acnologia. Did I remember what Acnologia was? Wasn't it that black dragon? I feel like that's like the around the time I stopped watching Fairy Tail. I don't know, but I do want to go back one day and actually read the manga, because some people have told me that the manga is better, at least more gorier, like more blood and stuff. So I'd probably be better to watch that than the anime. He disappeared. Valhalla. So he's getting ready. He's like, I keep like not forgetting, but it's always interesting to me, like his Tramri's design, like his huge huge clothing and his huge, like, not skirt, like dress thing that he has, which is just interesting. But it's not bad. His design's never bad, but it's just an interesting design. I'm neutral on Fairy Tail. I liked Eden Zero so much more. Still need to check out Rave Master. I've read all of Rave Master, and I kind of didn't drop Eden Zero, but I'm like on the final arc, and I still haven't read the final arc. And I think it's not done yet. But I loved Eden Zero and I loved Rave Master, so I kind of want to go back on. That's why I want to go back on Fairy Tail, because I love Eden Zero and I love Rave Master a lot. I've read both of them. You said Agnologia from One Piece? No. What? No, I said Logia. A Logia fruit. I think that's where you got confused. A Logia fruit from One Piece, like the ones that turn you into an element and you just become intangible. No, I didn't say Agnologia from One Piece. Valhalla. I know this is a nuisance, but go fight him for me. I'm guessing he's talking about Unos. I think it's more weird how he wears a full-on pant under the dress / skirt. Like, pick one or the other. I guess, yeah. I don't know. At the same time, I don't want to see underneath Tramri's skirt, if that makes sense. So I'm like, maybe like shorts or something. He wears shorts, but I don't know. Yeah, I think even that will look kind of weird. So I don't know. Tramri's design is always a little extra, but I love it for that reason. I think that's why I like it, is because it's so extra. Like his jacket is so big, and it's unnecessary. And he has like all these belts and zippers all over the place. I don't know. I like it. Like it's a mismatch of things, but it goes well together for some reason, for me at least. Yeah. So Valhalla does go to attack Unos. I wonder, maybe she's gonna go for the same thing she went on Prometheus, where just snipe. I want to see Trauma in a different fit. We've seen him in other fits. We've seen him in in the past we've seen him in what's it called? Like the more robe, brown fit. We also saw him in the Proposal. He was wearing like that bluish, like light blue green fit. But that's also back when he had like long hair. Oh, so now, okay, so what she does, what Valhalla does is like use her wings to like try to pierce Unos, which I don't know how much that's gonna work if he's actually made of wind. It's like the wind bird all over again, just probably at a bigger scale. What about gusting? So while Valhalla's fighting Unos, Trauma is gonna look for gusting. That made me laugh. What about gusting? Where did he go? You just hear the fighting in the background. Is he hiding in the vines? Is he? Trauma starts to like wobble, like there's a big boom of wind all over. Oh, it's like Valhalla winning. It feels like, it doesn't seem like Valhalla is losing, at least. It's like there's a big blast. And she's like slicing through. Who knows? It's about time. I shut that thing up. Oh, so he's like, yeah. See, so like this is what I'm talking about, Hawke. Like this angle, like I get what you mean. Like just pick one, but like at the same time, like if he was just wearing the skirt, I wouldn't want to see like Trauma's bare legs right here, like at this angle. Like, that's a little flying too close to the sun for me. If you get what I mean, but no, but so he just like spins around with disconnect. He's gonna try to slice off. He's gonna try to slice Unos. He slices Unos in half. I still wonder how much this is gonna work on Unos, because he's like made of wind. Like I'm guessing it's still Shinsu, somewhat based. You know what I mean? So like, if the whole point of disconnect is that it disconnects Shinsu. So I'm guessing like if Trauma hit the wind bird with this, the wind bird would die immediately. Like it wouldn't be able to reform together because disconnect would disconnect the Shinsu between the wind bird. Wouldn't want to either. Glad he doesn't get Commander under the skirt. We only see him in the Camino-like clothings. Can you imagine Trauma in a suit? There's actually a fan art of that, I think. This is I feel like I've used this fan art before. There is a fan art of him in a suit. I'll just do it quickly. There's no need to not do it quickly. There's a fan art of Trauma in a suit. Mirai Tower God. I've used it in a video. I know it exists. Fan art. I know it's here somewhere. I've used it in a video. There it is. Let me just put it in a open image in a new tab. And let's see if if it actually will show up like there. Well, I forgot that I have the filter over it. Let me take off the filter. Not the let me take off the filter out. There you go. It was a random example. My mind's going to be blown. Nah, yeah, this is trauma in a suit. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yeah. There you go. I knew it existed. I've used it in a video before involving trauma. So, yeah. There you go. It's trauma in a suit. Let me go back to the other window and put on the filter. The short hair is weird. It's not just me, right? The short hair on trauma is weird. With the suit, maybe actually. Now that you say, not bad. Although I was curious about them legs. Oh no, it stops before the legs. Sorry about that. We got a leg connoisseur over here. Let me go back and put on the filter again. There you go. The short hair is weird. Yeah, the short hair is a bit weird. But I like the fan art's cool. Trauma is hot. Who would believe it? So he slices through Unos with disconnect. Am I supposed to be afraid of some silly imaginary friend of yours? Gusting. That's such a... I actually like that line a lot. That's a good line from Trauma. You make me laugh. What in the world made you think? Oh, is that not Trauma? Because he's like surprised. I ran away. Oh, that's so cool. He just like comes in, about to donk him with the awakening stick, with the jade stick. Yeah, and he just smacks Trauma upside the head. Traumai's gotta have brain damage after this fight. Even if he, he's been hit in the head way too many times. Even if he like doesn't, even if he wins this, he's gonna come out of this a little more, a little less smart than he came into this fight. He just dunks on him with the awakening stick. Damn. It keeps every single time we've seen the awakening stick used on Trauma, it always like makes him bleed. I don't know if he like dodged it in the moment because it looks like only his cheek got hurt, or maybe that's just the blood trail across his face. Shit. So he's using, it seems like he's using what's it called, Rapid's arm that he has to blast Gusting away, but it looks like Gusting already transformed into wind to get away from it. Unfortunately for you, Unos is the very wind that blows outside the tower. That is the most interesting line this whole chapter. Even more than the whole Blossom Flame thing. Unfortunately for you, Unos is the very wind that blows outside the tower. That is such an interesting line. It also means that it's not Shinsu. It's just pure actual air. Like which is crazy that Gusting can just create air. Like he's like, yo, I can just make natural wind that doesn't exist in the tower That's so crazy. Unos is a very, yes, so it's not Shinsu. So yeah, unfortunately for you, yeah, so he can't cut it with disconnect because it's not actual Shinsu. That's so cool. The whacking stick may not seem like it, but I think it's one of the highest tier weapons we've seen. No, definitely, like 100%. Like It's definitely an OP weapon. I feel like it just has a little. It just has a little. It's a little conditional, because the awakening stick is like a set with the scales of judgment. So it's like a whole trial thing you have to go through before you can even use the awakening stick. No matter how hard you try, you can't cut it to pieces. Oh, that panel's sick. You just see like a gusting in like becomes one with the wind. That is so sick. Yeah, gusting's from the outside. What question? How does gusting know about air outside? Has he seen it? He's been outside. Yeah, he's from the outside of the tower. He's an irregular. He was born outside of the tower, and he came into the tower from the outside. So he definitely knows what the air outside is. All of the irregulars. Trauma is from the outside too. He knows about the air on the outside. So yeah. Yeah, so basically it's natural wind. He can't cut it into pieces because it's not actually Shinsu. That's so cool. So yeah, it's not even like the windbird. The wind from the windbird is Shinsu at its core. But this is Uno's is actually pure wind, like from, I wouldn't say from our world, but from the outside of the tower. I don't know if like that's like I don't know if the wind from the outside is 1-to-1 with the air from our world. But that's cool. It's cool. Also, I like this, the him just blowing out more air from its big mouth and gusting just flying off. He just passes through. Yeah, he just whiffs past both Shramrai and Valhalla. Shramrai is like getting covered in wind. Stop getting on my nerves. Again, this dragon arm is sick. It just opens the arms, just fires, and piss off. Just blast it. It's a really cool design. Yes, as a kid, but what he saw to bring this, or he mixed like the Titan with the image of the wind. Yeah, but like we don't know how old they were when they went into the tower, but like, you know, like if I went into the tower when I was 14, I would still remember how a lot of the stuff from outside. Like Jihad apparently remembers his hometown. He knows about the world, the sky, the stars. He knows that his hometown has 13 months, stuff like that. Like, they're not ignorant to the outside of the tower, like, at all. Like, maybe the outside of the tower probably has changed from when they last went outside, but because they've been in the tower for years, like thousands of years. But at the same time, like, it's still they still would definitely know a lot about it. So he probably just manifested it from the book that he wrote, because he probably wrote this book. This book probably wasn't found in the tower, now that I think about it. Yeah, this book wasn't like of this Titan, and these, I feel like all of books, like most of them are written by him, and any of them like from the outside of the tower must have been written by him. So that's where Uno's come from, like from tales from the outside. So more blast. Oh, I like this panel too. This panel of him just being surrounded in this fog, this thick fog of smoke. Is Valhalla not even in this smoke? Or at least she's like separated from him? Whoa, what's happening? Help, help, help. just these illusions. Whoa, I just saw my screen and it was glitching for a second. Sorry about that. It wasn't glitching on mine, but it definitely glitched for me on oh, maybe he took don't worry about it, dude. It's just his power comes from imagination. He just probably has read many books on the outside of the tower. I'm guessing, look, Gusting has probably been a nerd his entire life. I'm sure that Gusting has read all of the mythologies from the outside of the tower. If he's probably just written them again in the tower. Like, I would not be surprised if that's the way SIU just explains it. Like, he knows about all the mythologies and stuff, at least from it when he was outside, and he just made them into books in the tower. Help. Yeah, it's like an illusion created by smoke. This Unos is super cool. I like that we're getting like a whole chapter dedicated to like Unos's powers. Because let's be real, Prometheus came in, dropped some fire, and then immediately died. It was still cool. It was still a really cool scene, but that's all he did at the same time. Help. Yeah, dude. Oh, that's also cool. Like, from the smoke, you just see this ginormous hand going for Tromrai. Tromrai notices it. Oh, and he's like bringing again disconnect from himself. Do you think this ridiculous illusion will work against me? He does the thing he did when he first used disconnect. He makes like a spiral, this ginormous spiral around himself to disconnect everything. It looks like he gets out of the fog. There you are. He gets another sheet of disconnect. I just sense Gusting, like in the smoke, or what the slash? Did Tromrai just slash Valhalla? What the heck? A rupture spiral. Yeah, it's super cool. I like that. That use of rupture slash disconnect, whatever. Just making it a big spiral all over himself. Damn, he just slashed Valhalla. But why? He says he thinks Gusting was the wind like messing with his senses that much, kind of like a Dobo effect with Jin Sung Hao. Damn. I got him now. No, you did not. You just slashed up Valhalla. Wow. How can this be? And it's messed up because I think because he used disconnect on Valhalla, can he revive Valhalla then? Because disconnect would disconnect the Shinsu between Valhalla. Like, Valhalla is technically a Shinwei, so she is in some ways made of Shinsu. Would she be able to be reconformed after that? That's a very interesting question, but like, I don't know. He might have just completely taken Valhalla out of the battlefield by himself. Damn. How can this be? There's no way I mistook something else for Gusting. Oh, that's smart. That's good. I like that. He put Gusting, I don't know if I think he put it in front of Valhalla, or like close enough to Valhalla that he put his like disconnected arm, his severed arm in front of Valhalla. So he would sense his arm and cut through Valhalla. That's such a... I like that. I really like that. I like this battle. The thing is that I remember somebody saying that Yuri versus Karaka, it was more a high intensity battle than even this, which in terms of scale I agree with, because I feel like also I'm pretty sure the Guardians are like making this battle, like make sure this battle isn't destroying the whole floor or something crazy like that, to that extent, because there's still regulars about in the area. So I'm guessing that's like a thing, right? But I like how this battle has had many moments of both Tromrai and Gusting outdoing each other with planning. How that's like the whole reason how Gusting got his head chopped off the first time around. Gusting made Tromrai made this huge plan, and then he cut off Gusting's head, and then he came back. Gusting came back through this item, and maybe he even wanted Tromrai to cut off his head. Who knows? So he could use the item. It's like this. It feels like a chess match somewhat, and I like that. Behind all these big bombastic powers, there is strategy to this battle, and I like that a lot, actually. Necromancy, yeah, he can. I wonder because again, the whole point of disconnected is gonna disconnect Shinsu. So like, I wonder if he can reform. I don't know, maybe. It seems like but this seems like a big moment. It would be kind of weird if Tromra was like, oh well, you come back. It doesn't mean anything that this happened. You know what I mean? Like, it'd be weird. It's like, oh, whatever. Who cares if I slash through Valhalla? She can just come back right now. I don't care. Thought though it was the only way for Gusting to deal with Valhalla, I suppose. Yeah, Valhalla was a problem for Gusting, so he needed to take her out of the playing field. Is that his arm? Yeah. You fool. Excuse me, what? Where the... Oh, there's even a mouth here in this panel. What the heck? Why does the book have a mouth? What the heck? Is this like a spell or something that Gusting put on the book or something to make him able to talk through it? Kind of like he did for Holland. That's so weird. It's funny visual, actually. Gusting's imagination, I suppose. I guess. I don't know. At this point, Gusting could just make stuff happen. I'm just gonna accept it at this point. Oh, I like the sketchy text bubbles. He tricked me. I can't even bring myself to look you in the eye. He taps his cigarette down. Rest in peace, fallen spirit. He's like talking to a muse. To Amizu, a muse, whichever one. I think, which one did I say? Amizu. I'd say Amizu. He's talking to Amizu. I always hear a muse too because of how how Bonehead and Amy talk about him. Valhalla. So Valhalla sees like the embers of the cigarette and just gets destroyed, blown up. That is a sick panel. And Tromrai in front of it, looking at its body being destroyed, blown up in front of him. Wow, that is a panel. Tromrai's maximum mad, 100%. He's gonna be pissed. He's already pissed. He's like, what the hell? Yeah, he's pissed. Gusting, you bastard. He grits his teeth. How dare you toy with me? So he just sees all of these Shinwei coming out. Oh, he's summoning his all creatures, Shinsu Black Hole Sphere. His Shinwan Ryu. Oh, that I like that panel too. He's screaming. It reminds me of I don't know why. This panel really reminded me of Yama versus Yasuracha. For some reason, I know it's a weird take, but like, look at this panel. It reminded me of like when Yasuracha became a complete transformation and Yama was looking up at him and he was screaming at the top of his lungs to get his fear out of him, and he couldn't. Like, he was still afraid after that. Like, that I don't know why this panel's reminded me so much of that. But he's screaming at the top of his lungs while his black hole sphere is coming out with all of these different creatures. Is that a narwhal turtle? What the heck? Sorry, I just saw that randomly. Well, those two are his creations. I guess, yeah. It really reminded me of that panel. Yasuracha a little bit more of his creation than Yama, I would say, because Yama's like the kid of his creation. It's weird. Oh, what is he doing? Is he like powering up even more, like taking his Shinsu? Is he absorbing all the animals into him? I think I talked about this last week. I think I did. I was like, what if Charmra gets so desperate that he absorbs all of his Shinwei? Are we actually seeing that? That would be sick. Yeah, you see the Kraken arms in one hand. Oh, are we actually gonna see a whole ass transformation for Charmra? Oh, this is the panel. This is the thumbnail. Damn. Also a sick panel. But now with the context, he's like bringing in all his power. Yeah. He got to the point where he said, F it, I'm taking it all back. All the power that I shared throughout everything, I'm taking it all back. Wow. Wow. I don't know if I didn't know if Webtoon like failed me for a second, but no, it was a long page break. Even Valhalla, he's even taking Valhalla back. Yeah, he's even taking Valhalla back. That's crazy. Yeah, a flash of power just erupts from him. I see, like, how much is this design gonna change? Like, what would this look like? Like an all creature Traumarai, like a Traumarai with all of his creatures fused into him. Oh, does he have long hair again? You see the rumbling. Wait, does he have his long hair again? Oh my, yeah, he has his long hair. And he has new clothes. Wow, does that mean that like he didn't actually get a haircut? Like, what, like his hair growing shorter was his power being, like, the signifier of his power being distributed? That's cool, actually. Like, his hair growth or shortening is not actually just him deciding to get a new look. His power, damn, he's like somebody from Dragon Ball. His power is tied to his hair. No, but wow, that's super interesting. Trauma has grown up. Uh, Traumrai, all my zombies come back to me. I'm not sure if my message got blocked or something, but I wonder if it's like if it's like the lightning pill. In a way, I guess, like condensing, because like it's weird. It's like how the lightning pill works is that you ingest your own electric shinsu into your body, and then like it creates a form. It's weird, yeah, but wow. Yeah, but now, well, everyone was talking about his design. He's yeah, he has a brand new design. Now he has a long hair and still ridiculously long coat, or kimono thing. But damn, Unos is looking at him as he's gonna destroy Unos. I mean, even his face is more mature. Or is it just me? He looks, I don't know. He kind of does look more mature, but at the same time, he kind of just looks like how he did in the Amazu flashback to me. But yeah, I could see how you could. I can see how it looks a little bit more mature, at least to like the previous face. Because at certain panels, he did look younger. Like he did look pretty young. The coat is a must. He's like, Trauma's like, you don't understand. I need a ridiculously oversized coat. No matter what form I'm in, that will always be my main thing. Be gone. Oh, that's sick. He just like not even like giving him the attention. He's just like, be gone. Oh, and you just see this cylinder. I'm guessing of disconnect. It seems like it just keep growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Wait, wow, it's still going. Yeah, this is ginormous. If this is actually growing, I don't know if it's growing. Whoa, no, it is growing. Wow. like I said that Unos was big in comparison to Traumrai. This is ginormous compared to Traumrai. Wow, you see his silhouette comparatively to how big this thing is. I think the lightning pill, well, and Traumrai was nerfed and slowly got back to original power. Yeah. Yeah, it's more like, yeah, it's not like Ron was powering himself up or like suppressing his power and then just added his power back into him. It's more of him boosting himself, but Traumrai divided his power out, and just this is Traumrai back at its fullest. Kind of. He still doesn't have Leviathan technically, but he has most of his power back, definitely. Unos is just like, I love this is how also the face works. It looks like Unos is like, oh no. It looks like he's screaming for his life. He's like, oh shit. I don't know why, but now the more I look at this panel, the more I'm laughing, because I just imagine him yelling like, oh fuck. No, but yeah, he just screaming as he's getting destroyed by Traumrai's power. Oh, and even the hand of Gusting's getting like atomized, basically. Yeah, you see the book, the book. It's so weird. It's like the book has like a mouth, but it also has the pages. That's interesting, but that's weird also. Oh my goodness, that is a scale. That scale, like I was saying about the whole Yuri and Karaka scale thing, and how this battle is a little more subdued. This is scale. This thing is bigger than a Sprout. Just a solid obliteration cylinder. Yeah, 100. Like, this thing is massive. Holy crap. Like this, yeah. If Trauma was in the center of the Sprout, he could just pop this out. This thing, and remember, this thing looks like Trauma put no effort into making this thing. Trauma could literally be in the middle of the Sprout, pop this thing out whenever he wanted to, and delete the entire Sprout from existence. That is crazy. Wow, these panels are, oh my, yeah. Trauma looks like an insect in front of this ginormous thing. This ginormous cylinder of disconnect. I'm guessing it's disconnect. Leviathan wasn't his. I think he didn't control it or kill it, so it died. Leviathan maybe can make it back to life like he did a bunch of his. Yeah, but he still created Leviathan. Like, Leviathan was created by Gus Tromrai, and Leviathan's power comes from Tromrai. That was just purely stated in the Bomb versus Dumas fight. When Leviathan was like, I'm gonna give you a portion of I will not grant you Tromrai's power. Like, that was the whole point of that. Like, Leviathan is Tromrai's power at the end of the day, no matter if he can't control it. So, like, I'm guessing he could still some way. I'm guessing he could still bring him back to him. It may just be harder, but I don't know. It would just be a little weird if he couldn't. Maybe he can't control Leviathan. Like, I would accept that, like, because that's kind of been stated in the story. But it'd be a little weird if he couldn't bring back his power from Leviathan. I haven't had to summon this much power in ages. I mean, Enkidu was his servant, and Tromrai can control it, but Enkidu wasn't part of Tromrai, sucked back to game. But Enkidu wasn't control, like, what's it called? But Enkidu wasn't made by Tromrai. Enkidu has no power from Tromrai. He can control, like, Tromrai, even if he doesn't share his power with his creatures, can still control any creature in the tower, except for, again, Leviathan and some others, right? That doesn't mean anything. Tromrai doesn't have to give power to any animal to be able to control it. But Enkidu was not created by Tromrai. He was created by the workshop, by Mixeth. So he was never given Tromrai's power. So that's why Enkidu's not going back to Tromrai. Also, Enkidu's not here right now. Like, close to Tromrai when he did that. Yeah, Enkidu wasn't bestowed power by Tromrai. Yeah, he was created by Mixeth, by the workshop, and given to Tromrai. I never realized this until now, but when I'm in this state, I think I can use Rupture not only on sheets of matter, but even on solid bodies as well. What? I feel like this is just a weird translation. I feel like this is a weird translation. I'm just gonna keep reading because I don't know what? I'm guessing he just means like he can make Rupture solid, like not just sheets of things. I think. That's a weird thing. You're up next. Now we get a better look at Tromrai's design. New design. True, I still think Leviathan is not in Tromrai's orb of Shinways. No, he's not. But he's still made by Tromrai. He's not part of his all creatures Shinsu Black Hole Sphere or whatever. But he's still part of Tromrai. Like he's one of the 4 sea dragons that Tromrai made. he hatched and he gave them his powers. Like Leviathan's line of "I'm going to bomb," that I will give you Tromrai's power, would mean nothing if he wasn't created from Tromrai's power. I just noticed, oh, that's so sick. I just noticed while looking at this image, he has the Enraged Rapid in his clothing. That's so cool. And I think he has another, I don't know, I can't make out this one, but in his other shoulder he has something else. And he has like the waves. I like this design. I don't know if it's my favorite Tromrai design. I don't think it is. I think this is like a, out of my Tromrai designs, I don't know which one I like the best actually. It's not bad. I like all Tromrai's designs, but I don't know. I don't know if I like this one the best or not. I don't think so. I don't think this is my favorite, but also it's not a bad design for any means, by any means. Oh, that detailing is nice. Yeah, that he has like the Shinwei in his clothing. Gusting. You can use rupture on 3-dimensional spaces. Okay, so yeah, that was a bad translation. Got it. So basically, yeah, basically what I thought. He went from 2D to 3D, which is a big improvement, honestly, on that power. It seems small. It seems like a small thing, but it's actually really big. Like now he can just, instead of slicing something, he can just basically delete anything. He can just put something in a cylinder and just, it's gone. It's deleted. And he could probably now make it into shapes. Now it doesn't have to be a sheet. He can probably, he may be able to make it into shapes. We don't know about that because that's like the whole thing, that like Rupture wasn't able to do that. He may be able to use it somewhat like a Green Lantern, that they can make shapes out of it. Yeah, gonna need some little translator for that later. yeah, but at least they got it clear in this one. At least, right? At least it wasn't just that other panel. So it can use Rupture on 3-dimensional spaces. In that case, this next attack could be seriously dangerous. That where it ends? No, it's not where it ends. Wow, we still have a little bit of the chapter left to go. Trauma created the three figured dragons, or mixed them with stuff. But I think still not Leviathan. If it didn't proven, I remember Leviathan refused recognized as his master and got sealed because of it. No, yeah. We're not debating if Leviathan can be controlled by Tromrai. Tromrai cannot control Leviathan. That's not the thing. How is Leviathan created? Leviathan was created by Tromrai. His power comes from Tromrai. That's the debate, and that is confirmed. Right? Leviathan was created from Tromrai. He's not a natural creature that was born from something else. He was created by Tromrai's power. Ergo, Tromrai could potentially bring him back. Just suck his power back into himself, basically. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that Tromrai can control Leviathan. That's not what I'm saying at all. Yeah. No, Leviathan was created by Tromrai, 100%. Yeah, that would just state it. Leviathan is not a creature from the tower. Leviathan was created by Tromrai himself. I reacted to the chapter where Leviathan explained that. I think it was one of the chapters where Bomb was fighting Dumas. Oh, that's cool. Like he's kind of using both of the different ways of using disconnect. He's using both the sheets and he's making it into an orb. Yeah, it's like an orb of disconnect. Damn. I wonder what this one is. I think it's Kraken. Like the other one in his arms is Kraken. Oh, I guess I had my own version of Leviathan. I think, I updated thinking. No problem. It's a little confusing, but at the same time, no, Leviathan came from Tromrai. Like I said earlier, gusting. He raises his hand and he like, what's he doing? Like making a lightning? Like green lightning? What the heck? You're going to regret this. What's happening? These are the battleships outside of the Sprout. Like that's the Ark. That's the Ark of Knowledge. What? Did this man just cut dimensions? What the heck? He's ripping up. What? He's ripping? Yeah. I was like, I just got that, like, as soon as I read that message, I was like, is that what he's doing? He's ripping open space. That's nuts. I mean, how far could that go? Like, I'm guessing he can't rip open space from one floor to the other. Maybe. Who knows? He might honestly be able to, like, from this floor to the other floor, he can just rip open space between them. That'd be crazy. That'd be nuts. Because this area and the Sprout are still in the same floor. So he just like cutting the. That's so crazy, bro. That is a feat. Just being able to rip open space like that. You're going to regret this. Also, weird angle of this. You know, I'm not gonna. I'm not. Why is it a lower angle? This is the whole thing of what I was talking about with Haku. Like, yo, Haku, do you want to see this all the time? With the skirt. No, but let's not mention the open air. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. I had to mention it. I'm sorry. I had to mention it. It was right in front of me while I kept panning up and down. Oh goodness. No, so it's still crazy. He's ripping open space. Did he somehow manage to cut through a spell that stopped space-time itself? I'm just gonna be like, you know, we can these feats are getting crazy. Like, I'm just gonna be like, you know, I'm just gonna hang up my coat and try to think about that later. Like, I'm guessing also this is a weird translation because I think he just means that he's ripping open space. But damn, again, that's crazy. He hasn't simply gone from using rupture on flat surfaces to three-dimensional spaces. Yeah, this is like a whole different thing. Like, it's not just 3 dimensions. He's like, bro, would that be considered 4th dimension? Like, isn't the 4th dimension space? Like space and time and stuff like that? Kind of, because he's ripping a hole in space, which does those spaces are occupying a space and time. So like, he's ripping through that. Like, I am not saying that Tromrai can rip through time, but at the same time, like, I don't think that's like 4th dimension. I don't know. Isn't he cutting through the floor ceiling or something? No, because like, this is the battlefield. Or is it? No, because this is the battlefield of where Robodon and Kirin and... I think it is, yeah. This should be the field where Robodon, Kirin, and all they are. So he's not ripping through the floor of the tower of like from one floor to the next. I think he's just ripping space through one floor, like the floor they're on. I think it's getting a little too heady for me, but I don't think it's he's cutting through the floor of the ceiling. I think he's ripping space on the same floor, which is crazy. This is the ultimate form of rupture. Funny, isn't it? Seeing all those insignificant, trivial creatures stick their noses in our fight and start killing each other for some pointless war. Yeah, I think this is the battlefield where Kirin and Robodon were. Doesn't it remind you of the old days, Gusting? I didn't want to have to leave the battlefield ever again because I knew something like this would happen. This is all your fault. Damn, that's such a cool line. He's like, yo, I didn't want... You did this. I knew that if I ever got active again, I would destroy everything. Not through floors, maybe damaging what the sky is. We don't know. We don't know if it's the sky you see at the top of the tower. No, because there's still one more floor after the 134th floor. So it's the whole sky thing when you reach the top of the tower. Like the top of what has been conquered. It's not true. But yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It's super weird. And but it's not. This is the battle. Because that's the Arc of Time. Pobidao's battleship. So that's definitely. It's still in the tower. Like it's not cutting through the outside. That'd be crazy too. That would be the most insane feat. Imagine he just went to the ceiling, like the thing, and just ripped open a hole in the tower. You should never have forced me to leave the battleship. I'm the very incarnation. What is this thing? Holy crap! I feel like Gusting and Traumarai, every single chapter they're just bringing something new out. They're just like, and this thing, and this thing. What is this? Definitely a Shinwei some kind. He's like, I'm the very incarnation. I'm the very incarnation of all that is evil and repulsive. And to be continued, of course. I felt it, and also I saw the side thing. I was like, there's no more. Hey, look, an actual statement from Traumarai going, I'm the most evil flat out. No more arguments on who's more now. Yeah. By the way, I got a lot of people in that whole Halloween short that I did of like who's ranking the top most evil characters, and a lot of people are like, why is Traumarai higher than Jihad? I'm like, bro, like legit, like read the story. Jihad has done nothing from what we have seen that is worse than all the other stuff that Traumarai has done. I'm not saying that SIU can't make Jihad worse. What I'm saying is that Traumarai's actions are worse than what we have anything we have seen from Jihad so far. Like every single time somebody says, "Oh, Jihad is so evil," they say like, "Oh, he murdered Bomb when he was a kid." I'm like, bro, any of the family heads would have done that. Like maybe not all. Traumarai would have definitely done that. Traumarai would he wouldn't even have hesitated to kill a baby. Like yeah, this Nightmare Shinwei really fits for Traumarai. Yeah, 100%. This thing is horrifying, but also super cool looking. I wonder what it is though, because it's like the point was like that Traumarai fuse all his Shinwei back into himself. Is this like a combination of all those Shinwei? Is this like the ultimate Shinwei created from all of Traumarai's other Shinwei? I think Jihad is worse, and yet we haven't seen it. Yeah, but that's the thing, is just that yeah, we haven't seen it, so I'm not gonna rank Jihad higher than I can't rank Jihad higher than Traumarai if we haven't seen anything of Jihad's evil actions that he has done, right? Yeah, Traumarai is the most evil character in Tower God that we have met, and I'm not even. Um, Gosh, the fight going on after this is just gonna get crazier. Is Gustin gonna pull out any more cards? I don't, bro. I don't know what the thing is that Gustin always has more cards to pull with that whole creating thing, like creating anything thing. So you can do almost anything, but at the same time, with this whole boost in power from disconnect and slash rupture, I don't know if any of the creations that Gustin can pull out at this point can stop that. That was crazy. So I don't know what Gustin can pull out at this point. It feels like this is like the climax. I feel like there's no more for Tromrai to go after this, though. I don't think Tromrai has more to pull out. I feel like it'd be crazier if he does. But I feel like this is Tromrai's peak power, and we still maybe haven't seen Gusting's peak power. I love that comment. Tromrai will kill a baby, mix it with an animal, revive it, and use it, and suck it into himself. The end. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like, bro, anything that like, for some reason, that's like the biggest argument people have for Jihad being more evil than everyone. Is like, oh, he killed a baby. I'm like, dude, anyone on that list except for maybe like Karaka would have killed a baby. I honestly don't think any of those people would have been below killing a baby on that whole list that I had. So like, yeah. I don't know. It's crazy though. No, but I like this chapter a lot. It was long. It felt like a really long chapter. I'm gonna leave it in the, I know what panel I'm gonna leave it on. Whoops. I'm going to leave it on this panel of Tromrai. Hopefully you can see it. Yeah, there you go. I'll leave it on that panel of Tromrai, because this is really, I feel like this is Tromrai's moment. Like, big moment. No, it's crazy. This fight this chapter is crazy. I liked all the techniques used. I like the evolution of techniques we've already seen. I loved the portion of the fight with Uno's. I liked Gusting's plan to get rid of Valhalla. It was really cool. I love the actual transformation sequence for Tromrai. How he looks, again, it's not my favorite Tromrai design. I still think my favorite Tromrai design was from the Amizu flashback. I just liked it a lot. Yeah. And his present design is also really cool to me. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where this fight is going and how crazier it could get. We're already ripping open holes in space and time. So I don't know. It's really weird. But how crazier this fight could get, we don't know. And I think this puts a wrench in who I don't know how Gusting's gonna get out of this. But he's probably gonna pull something and then maybe make it more even. Who knows? But even then, like, I don't think he's gonna pull out something that's gonna eclipse this. Like, this is a big show of power from Tromrai. But yeah, let's I don't know. I still really wonder how this is gonna end. Like, because we still have a lot of other players in this. Like, we still have the whole Lustlek and Mazzino thing that they're coming here. We have the whole boss situation going on with Yama and Robodon and everyone else. We have Bomb trying to catch Belleria. It's a lot of stuff, and I wonder how this arc is gonna end. because I feel like however this arc ends will determine how the rest of the story goes. Like, however this arc ends will determine what family gets, how the families are going to react, how everything else is going to play out. Yeah, so I don't know. I think if one of them were going to win, I feel like Gusting has to win to keep the story going. You know what I mean? To keep the whole war against the families going. But I just wonder how. It's incredible. One guaranteed thing on the end of this arc: Bomb become a Slayer for real. At least that's what I feel is asserted. Yeah, I mean, sure. Bomb is basically I don't know. I've ever since season 3 started, I feel like Bomb it has been officially a Slayer at this point. Bomb like Bomb isn't a Slayer candidate. Like, it's kind of like the whole Joaquin being a Slayer candidate. No, he's the Slayer white and stuff like that. No, so it's weird. So he's so no, I don't know. Bomb is I don't even know how that's a thing, although I really want to see an interaction between Bomb and Lustlek. I really want to see that. I feel like that's going to be a really cool interaction. And I wonder if Bomb has ever met Lustlek. I don't think he has met Lustlek at all. Like, he's probably heard of Lustlek and stuff like that from Jinsung, but I don't think Bomb has actually ever met Lustlek. But no, it's crazy. I really want to see that interaction though. Yeah, I'm gonna head out, do some resting, finish that video up. It should come out on Thursday if everything goes well. But definitely this week. It's not that long of a video. It's gonna be it's gonna be Memento one day, dude. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a super cool moment when Bomb actually meets Lust. Like, I hope it is, at least. And I just want to see how Lustlek's personality rubs with Bomb in general. I love Lustlek so much. He became one of my favorite characters so easily. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. Have a wonderful night, guys. Peace.